Overexposed. Ah, there you go. Hello, lovely sim racers. I'm Constantinos, and this is Lovely Sim Racing, and welcome to tonight's Chill Chat and Dev session. I think it's 14, if I've counted correctly, which is pretty amazing. 14 sessions? I thought I started these things yesterday. And they seem to be attracting more people during the live stream, not so much afterwards. Whereas, you know, the live stream for races tend to grow in viewership. These kind of remain static, but it is interesting to see how people gather around these boring streams. Yet again, I will be developing the Lovely dashboard. As you can see, I already have it open. I already started. Turns out that the naming of classes, this is where we left off yesterday. The naming of classes is not consistent, not within any sim. Maybe perhaps it is with ACC, but now I've noticed that there's a new issue, which is if there's no more than one class, then iRacing isn't reporting any class, so it's returning null, which means I have to put a check and see if it's null, and if it's null, then don't show it just makes it even more complicated. And all this starts because iRacing, RF2, LMU don't report the class names as they should. So yeah, let's it is what it is. I'm gonna see. I started creating some
subscription from Cafe Koala.
Hey, Cafe Koala, welcome to the club, the memberships. Don't know if you're on the stream or not, but welcome. Yes, I've created some functions just to. The idea is that only if it's required, then I would replace the name with a class name. Like if iRacing returns Dallara P217, I would replace that with an LMP2. But I wouldn't do it. Like if it reports LMP2, I don't care. Just bring it as is. So this would be something additive. You guys can give me a list of classes. Like IMSA 23 is GTP. I saw that in my Discord. I would replace that. But if it reports GT3, I would leave it as is. So that's the case that I've done here. What I'm interested in, and it's I was right before the stream, I saw something and it was very odd. This is a multi-class event. I can see that the dashboard is running this isn't running slow. The refresh rate in SimHub is running slow, and I don't know when this thing happened. So yeah, I'm trying to figure that out. Let's look at the chat. Mark, hello. How are you doing, man? Ryan, good evening. And Travis, hello to you too. Peter, you haven't been around. I hope you've been well. I hope you are well. Thomas, good evening. As I said yesterday, in class opponents, class name is not needed in my opinion. Yeah, okay. In class opponents, class name is not needed. Yes. But for consistency, I would like to maintain it. Like we can maybe you can have the colors like so let me go here and focus. Good. So these are the track opponents. You can see it's GT4, right? And you're saying when you're looking at the class opponents, you don't need to see GT3. I beg to differ. Like, I would rather have it consistent and show it everywhere. Like, I like to see this, and when I switch, it's in the same exact position and style and size. It's GT3, because this is my class. I'd prefer this, so I'm going to leave it like this for consistency. Otherwise, honestly, the name would go from here to there and back and forth, and it would not be as consistent. So I want to keep it like that. But my problem is, so this is ACC. This is working fine. I don't have a problem with this. Let me open up ACC replay with only one just myself. It's still reporting. So ACC doesn't really give a shit. It's reporting as it should. See, my problem is now I don't want to put extra functionality. I don't want to put even more stuff. Let me just go here, which I know I have a race. All right, so you can see ACC is reporting GT3 is fine. And there was only one single class race. If I switch over to iRacing, and let me move over to coding and that, and then just zoom in for the DDU so you guys can basically see what I'm talking about. If I do I have a multi-class? What is this? Right. Okay, so this is a multi-class race, and you can see it says GTP. If I switch, it's over here, right, in this corner. Now it says IMSA 23. So if I activate this, what will happen is this is a switch, and I'm probably not going to use a switch, but it's a switch. If it's IMSA, just report GTP. If it's Delara, do LMP3. Otherwise, just return whatever I'm asking it to. So if I refresh this page, what will happen is GTPs will be reporting as GTPs. The IMSA 23 will also be a GTP. Let me save. So now everything's going to be a GTP. Why is it reporting GTP? Everything's GTP. But it's a different class. Why is that, guys? Someone said in my Discord that, see, this is why I can't do this. Like, this is why it gets complicated. If the game doesn't do it, then I cannot and should not. Oh wait, no, that was my mistake. The GTPs report GTP and GT3s report IMSA 23. So IMSA 23 is GT3. Okay, then it was my mistake. So if that was it, fine. Jeff, what do you know? Platinum, gold, silver, bronze. My league is a split base hunters. I don't know. We don't have that. That's from ACC, right? We don't have that. We haven't run a multi-class event yet for GT2, GT3. You know, for ACC, it works fine. It's iRacing that gets complicated. So now this is probably correct now, what you're seeing here. So GT3, these are the IMSA 23 that are reporting as GT3s. And GTP is GTP. It's just reporting GTP. So it's fairly simple, but the problem with this is if there's a new class, if something new in iRacing, I have to release a dashboard with a fix in this code. It is not maintainable or scalable. The game does not report it. And it gets even worse. Nicolas told me it gets even worse for R Factor 2. And then it kind of gets even worse for LMU. So it degrades. If we don't get the class from the game, well, I shouldn't be tampering with this thing. And that kind of sucks because I really want to do this. Yeah. Looks good, but I would need to add all. I'd need to add all of these cars here. Is the switch that bad? You need to change your sim, so I'm assuming you're running iRacing, Mark? Yeah. Arriving in the deep end with this thing. Oh, God. Well, thank you for the video, the SDU-3. I mean, it was just part of the live stream. So if you stick around for live streams, usually I also, like, if I have something new, I will unbox it and talk about it and basically just quickly review it, because I don't do normal reviews. Maybe one day. I don't know. Maybe one day. But expect more devices to be unboxed in the coming weeks in the live streams. Zingy, does Daniel have a LED profile? Yes, he does. The LED profile for this is 4, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So you'll go over to Daniel Newman's website and find the 14.4 and download it. It doesn't have support for these extra, you can't see it now, I'm pointing at it, of course. So the extra LEDs on the side, the auxiliary, these are separate from the other LEDs. And I don't know if Daniel has created anything for these, but you will have support for the normal LEDs. I'm very concerned about the what is this? Wait a second. Oh god, why is this happening? Bitmap metadata we don't hear. So I'm not getting any errors anywhere. But I can see that it's oh god damn. It's got lower FPS for some reason. It's running at 30 FPS, which doesn't make sense because I don't remember it being slow or anything like that. I do not remember this. So if, oh man, what do I need to do? What do I need to do here? Damn. So first, let me just try something. Let me remove the left and right MFM. I'm curious if there's anything. That's not it. That's not delaying it. So it's not at the MFMs, which I assume so, because there's nothing in there to be like too drastic. Why? I need to do something. Hold on a second, I'm gonna delete everything here. Hey Robin, how you doing, man? Yeah, it was nice. It was nice seeing you fool around with your your steering wheel, trying to get it to work. I wanted to help you out. Did you ever get around with the track segments as an overlay? Did you ever get around figuring that one out? Yeah, and you can also, just so you know, Robin, with the layouts, you can create a layout per sim. So you can have a different layout for different games. But I don't know if it even applies to you if you want to, but you can do, layouts can have, they can be very complicated if you want to. But basically in a layout, you just put whatever dashes you want. So you can put the lovely dash, you can put the track segments, you can put the tower, you can anything you want in a layout. And then when you join a session, it just opens up. This is really good as well for anyone watching the stream right now that doesn't have a DDU and you want to have the dashboard virtually on your screen. Using a layout in SimHub allows you to, when you join the session, it shows it. And if you close a session, it goes away, so it doesn't occupy any space on your screen. Yes, Robin, there are other, well, they're not games. There are other sims. I'll take that one. It's on me. I said games before, but there are other sims. You should try them. You should try this like really high-rated simulator called Gran Turismo. You should try that one. There's also a really good simulator. What was that? I can't remember. What was I playing on the Amiga? What was that name? Guys, what's the name of the game with the Lotus on Amiga? Not Wreckfest. That actually is a simulator. That actually is a simulator, man. Fuck, I'm screwed here. Something's not right. Something is fishy. The thing is, there are no errors. I/O operation. These I/O operations are due to some device, basically. It's not code. Huh. Oh shit. Where do I have his pit limiter on? Okay, I found it. These are the things that I did now. Okay. Let me go fix them because they're killing me. I'm seeing it. I'm like, that's not right. Okay, let me just go remove something because it's gonna piss me off, and I don't want it to piss me off because I don't like getting pissed off. This is going to be a problem. Okay, I need a favor from everyone in the chat. A favor from everyone in the chat. Stop using iRacing and you'll make my life easier. Can you do that? Is it like something you'd consider? Because, you know, it'll make things easier for everyone. Just everyone, can we all agree on one sim and let's get over with it? If it's iRacing, let it be iRacing. Expression is no M safety car status. Why am I getting these errors? I never had these errors. What the hell is shit? M safety car status. Why? And is in pit lane. Why am I seeing these errors? Honestly. Lotus Turbo Challenge. That must be it. On the Amiga. That is a simulator. Yeah. Not I remember Outrun, but it wasn't Outrun. And not Motorhead. That's not it. That was Lotus Turbo Challenge. And there was always these things like these red things on the road. You have to catch them because, you know, this is a simulator. So when you're driving your car on outside on your road, you have to, you know, hit these bubbles and you go faster because that's how real life works. And I remember that game. I remember that game really good. I remember the graphics on that game and I was like stunned. I was like, whoa, that shit's awesome. Good times. Let's all move over to that and just, you know. Oh god. So let me. I need to fix a few things now because I want to release tonight, and the classes are not going to let me do that. They're not going to let me. Why would this even be an issue? Damn you. No. Background? No. I'm not entirely convinced there's something here that I've done. Honestly, I don't understand. It's giving me errors for NCalc, and I don't have NCalc anywhere in my dash, and I'm not running any other dash right now. I honestly don't know. Anything here? No, I don't have NCalc, so why is it giving me errors for NCalc? Where is it getting this? Data core? Where is it getting this? What the? This is beyond my understanding right now. It's showing me errors for something that I don't, for the safety car flags and everything. Maybe it's in the normal flags. VSE. Oh, maybe. No? JS? Anything in here? Text color? Oh, flag orange. That's not gonna be a problem. It's a safety car. VSE. Maybe here. Come on. No, it's JS. How about this? Flag orange. I haven't written these, so if there is no, it's M safety car status. It's not mine. Safety car delta blah blah blah. It's not. I've not written the errors. Oh shit! Wait a second. Hola crap. Now it's running fine. So it was one of my other dashboards. Wait a minute. Sorry, I mean, this is... Let me turn on flags. I think it's going to be flags. Oh, flags are so old, yes. And any errors? Let's see if I get any errors here. It is not. It's coming from there. Yorgo, maybe not. Hey Martin, welcome to the stream. Nice to see you, man. The man. Martin, I was telling everyone how awful the steering wheel is. The Artura. And yeah, poor choices in components. And you guys have just produced something. It's plastic. It's lightweight. It's completely useless. But you know I'm not lying. I'm lying, man. Oh god, I don't know how many times I've praised the steering wheel. Like ever since I got it and I started using it, I've seen like my lap times are improving. This thing is a beauty. Wait a minute. Everyone needs to see this thing again and again and again. I've turned it off now because I'm obviously I'm debugging that one. Now I know that this isn't the problem. If I turn off my SDU-3, will everything go up again? My god, this steering wheel is awesome. Anyone, if you have any questions about the McLaren Artura series or Ascher wheels, Martin is in the chat. Martin, I don't know if you may have noticed, you told me that you'd like to see wind, so I've added it to the companion. I will be sharing the companion shortly. Don't know exactly when. I need to fix things. Jeff, I'm telling you, man. It is. I don't know if I told you I weighed this thing. I took it off and actually weighed the steering wheel. I weighed it, but including the QR2, right? And the little thing here. I weighed it and it was 2,052 grams. 2,052 with the QR on it. And if you recall, yesterday I did 2 races. The first race I was using this little baby. This one over here, which again is it's got a QR2 on it, and it also has the extension, the spacer, and the little adapter as well from SRM. This thing, I don't know how much it weighs, but the moment like I was using this, this actually felt really good during the stream. I told you guys, but the moment I put on the Artura for the second race, it completely changed the feeling of the car. And I didn't change the car; it's the same track, same car. It completely changed it. So it's got to be doing something good. Let me switch off. I'm actually debugging now. I'm talking and debugging, so. I've got issues with these 2 dashboards. So now when I turn off everything and I'm just, maybe it's just because it's running everything. Everything's running smooth. Everything's running on like 50 FPS in SimHub. Just a lovely dashboard. But I did see errors throughout for the flags, which I will be fixing, because maybe I've got some really old code there. But anyway, I need to get back to what I'm doing here. Yes, it is. But is it okay? But Martin, wait a minute. But Dallara P217 is a class? Yeah, maybe that's it. So I had a chat, Martin, with Nicolas today, and I asked him, like, why is there GT3s, for instance? Why is there IMSA 23? Why is there Dallara P217? And he told me that's what they report. It's what he gets from the game. So if the game says GTP, it's GTP. If it says Dallara, he delivers Dallara. He doesn't make that, transition from, like, and as you said, if the LMP2s, there's only one car, maybe iRacing just delivers Dallara P217, but I don't want to use that. I want to have the class name. So what I'm trying to do now is, to the best of my knowledge and sharing with you guys, like what you know, match them up. So if it's a Dallara P217, it should say LMP2. For instance, if it says IMSA 23, it should deliver GT3 in the dash, which is the class name. So, and if it's not in here, if there isn't anything here, it just delivers the class name as it is. So let's say iRacing says it's GTP. If it's GTP, it doesn't match anything here, so it'll just return GTP, which is exactly what we want. So this way we're only switching for the cases that we don't want to show. They're far less. I'm not going to do it for everything. I'm not going to do it for all classes. And this will be the same function for all games. So I'll do it for iRacing. If you guys know, if you are aware of these classes, let me know in Discord, maybe a list of things, and I will add it here. It's the simplest way I can do it right now, because I do want to have the classes here. They look really good. You can see here, 2 different GT3 and GTP, It looks good. I mean, I think this is this your profile? No, it's a Daytona. If I load up, so now, if I load up your profile, Martin, your replay. So GT3, GTP, LMP2. You can't see it. I will move to this one and DDU. So this is, let's say these are LMP2. The game is actually reporting the Dallara, but now I'm switching it and showing it like that. And I think it's better, to be honest. GTP, GT3, LMP. Oh, it switched as well. Hey Justice, welcome to the stream. See, that's the thing though, Martin. If iRacing says LMP2, I will not switch it out. I will leave it as is. So I'm only looking for the cars, the chasis name that's not being shown as the class name. So only for those, I will switch them out with what we want. So if JRT, as you say, shows up as LMP2, I don't care. It'll just show up as LMP2. Jeff. Yeah, it is a chasis, and that's how iRacing designates it. There's a web page for it. Show me. Show me the web page. Just show it to me. RJH, welcome to the stream. Show me the web stream. Show me the web stream. Show me the web page. Maybe we can use that. Maybe we can use that. So ACC is really clear. GT3, GT2, GT4, it delivers it. And there's, oh wait, there's one more problem I noticed. So if I close this and I go to, is there anyone that you're just practicing alone? Martin, I think this one you're on your own here. New problem. So now, if you're alone, if there's just one class, it's not delivering anything. Which, I mean, it might make sense, but this also means now I have to check and see if class name returns null, then hide it and make tweaks to the rounded corners and everything, which just increases the work, not the work that I have to do here, but the work that the dashboard has to do to display these things. And that kind of sucks. Oh dear. Animated splash screen. It's gonna come. It's gonna come. Don't know when, but it's gonna come. Actually, well, I'll save it. I will save it. I won't say it yet. Yes, Martin, but that's my point. That's exactly my point. So in iRacing, for instance, it's a test session, and you're the LMP2, the sole LMP2. It doesn't deliver a class name. It should say LMP2. Like, why doesn't it say Dallara P217? Why doesn't it give me that? It's blank. And that's kind of a problem now, because it's not like I don't want to show the class. What I need to do here is check and see if there's like only one class. Don't show anything in a race. So I think there's a function. Yeah, I need to decide. So there's either if you're in a race and there's only one class in a race, so the class count in the race is 1, then don't show any classes for anyone anywhere. That's one thing. The other one is don't show the class name if it returns null, which is a bit more tedious, I think. It's the same amount of work for me. I'm thinking that if I do it, if the class count is 1, don't show classes. It's a lot simpler for the dashboard to do it, rather than me going in and saying if the class name that I requested is null, then hide that. So it might need a bit more thinking, and it's maybe that's something I won't do. I need to figure it out though. But for iRacing, it's not delivering anything. Then what if I switch over to another? Let's do LMU. What's it gonna do here? LMU is delivering GTE class. Well, it doesn't. there aren't class opponents, there aren't any, but it's your car, so you're the GTE right now. So it's delivering it. That's actually pretty cool. But do I have one with more than one class? Or more than one car? No, this one is. I don't have many. I have 3 replays only. Yeah, they're all alone. I'm all alone here. I will not show you the money, Jeff. The general version is 6.2. I don't think I've gotten up to 6.2, Noel. I don't think so. Yeah, Thomas, what would be the point though? Saying class if there's no class. No, I'm more inclined to say, like, if there's no class, to hide it. So here, for instance, let me pause. Let me check something. So here, let me just check. Insert function, class count. I know there's one that says class count, get leaderboard class count, return 1. So I can use this, which is very simple and light, and say if it's only one class, then don't show any of these things. Probably gonna do that. So Noel, if you're asking, it's 2.6, the one that I released, and there's 2.6.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.3.1 bug fixes now that we're doing. So we're now currently at 2.6.3.2. So the 4th number is designated just for bug fixes. I added it on my own. It's not part of the semantic versioning. I added it with my own code and everything, because I need it to basically be able to branch and have 2 versions at the same time. While I increase one, the other one stays static. But if your question is when the public version will be released, first of all, Jeff has great advice. Become a paid member, which means you get to support me while I'm doing this for you. But if you do become a paid member, you get all these recent and more recent updates and faster than anyone else. And the public version, I don't know when it will be updated. Maybe end of April, maybe end of May. To be honest, there's so many changes here. I might wait till end of May to release a public version. I already said that going forward, public versions will be released every quarter or more. Now, no less than 3 months though. No less than 3 months. So maybe it'll be every 4 months. I honestly don't know. There's so much work going into this. I want to first get to a point where I'm happy and say this is like, there's like 100 new features, then I release a public version. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I can't, I don't have a date. I don't have a date yet. Well, no, that's what I just said. I don't know if you heard me, but that's what I said. There will be an update after some time meaning 3 to 4 months. Cheers, man. So let me go into the MFM. Now I need to find is there, let me go back to the iRacing and open up something that only has one car. So this is multi-class. Perfect. This is your replay, Martin, here from Sebring when you were practicing. But I don't want that. I want when there's only one car involved. I think this is it. And now it doesn't report anything. So I need to fix this now. Now I need to fix this, of course. When you're all alone, it doesn't show anything anyway. I wonder. I wonder. I is curious. Hold on a second. Okay, if there's one car, fine. What if it's... Damn it, I don't have a replay with just one class. Okay. This... Is it? But is it one class? Yes, that's what I'm doing now. Alright, I think this actually works here. So this is what I wanted to see. So iRacing. Okay, this solves a few issues. So if you're alone on track, it doesn't deliver any class. But now this is a single class race, the one I'm looking at now, and it does show just your GT3. It does show it, which is good. All right, so if it does work for more cars, but even if it's a single class, it will still show you. Let's see what happens here. Yes, it does. So there's no worry about not having that. Actually, there is no worry. There's no concern. The only concern is if you're running alone on track. So if you're doing a practice session on your own, that's when. Flight like a Brave, I could, but it would work only for ACC, and that's not entirely sure. Like, the data that we get is not so detailed. I can check, but last time I did check, it's very specific. iRacing doesn't have any of that information, so it would be useless for iRacing. iRacing does not have any tire data, real-time tire data. It just shows you when you swap out tires. That's when it shows you the information of the tires that have been changed, so you know, but it's kind of useless. But for ACC, I think they do, but last time I checked, I kept on finding some odd behavior with the temperatures, so I didn't even bother. I can check. You can put a feature suggestion in the Discord, and I will look into it at some point. Are there any other sims planned to be developed for LD? Well, LMU is probably the next one that I want to fully integrate. It hasn't been fully integrated. It works, but it's not fully integrated. It shows because there are multi-manufacturers in one class. Yes, but there's still only one class, though. That's the important thing. Let me check. This thing should report only one class. One class. Good. I'm happy with this, because even if it's one class, it still shows me the class name. So this function I have will continue working. In fact, let me remove that and hit save here. I want to see if this is going to be the IMSA or not. Out of curiosity. It is. Okay, so this is actually working now. This is actually working, which everything is actually working pretty good now. I am noticing a really big drop in FPS when I activate the other dashboards, but that won't be something I'll be concerned about right now. The actual lovely dashboard is fairly good. It's running at over 50, 55, 59 FPS now. So for such a complicated dashboard, there are zero error reporting. It's running really smooth. I put up hundreds of hours, honestly, hundreds of hours to get it to be this smooth. Of course, when you're running multiple dashboards, then it starts getting a bit complicated. But then again, flags, I haven't optimized it for quite some time. And the companion is definitely not optimized because I'm still building it. I'm adding stuff and removing stuff, so it's breaking all over the place. All right, guys, let me read the chat. Yeah, it only shows after the run on the tire box, but I thought it would be cool to show on the dash after each stop. Thank you for your reply. Would be cool addition if possible. Yeah, Flight Like a Brave. Go in a Discord under features and suggestions. Put it in there. So, you know, inner, middle, and outer for tires. I'll see if it makes sense. Like, there's one more feature suggestion for pressure loss on each tire. I understand. I need to be very careful when I add new features. These features need to work for everyone, so everyone needs to find them interesting. Or it's yeah. If it were for me, I wouldn't have had half of the stuff that I have on the dashboard right now. This is for everyone, so I need to work on the features that mean more to many more people. That even makes sense what I just said? Hope it did. So that is pretty cool. If in the Discord more people just keep on adding up and saying like, yeah, I want this, I want to see this, I want to see this, I'll probably obviously consider it. It's not like, you know, it might happen. Okay. So we don't have a problem with these. Let me track back a bit my thoughts, what I was saying here. So it works. Can someone in the Discord, I think it was in general the discussion, tell me what classes should be and what shouldn't? So IMSA 23 is GT3. The Lara P217 is LMP2. What other reported names from iRacing should be something else? Can you guys give me that? A really quick list. I see someone from Roll in Discord said, do you think the Lara is an issue? Because the GTPs report as GTPs, the GT3s report as IMSA 23, and the Lara 217 is the LMP2. If we have more of these things, let me know. I will add them. Because that's the only thing I know. I don't know what else. So if we have more of these things, I'll add them you know, as soon as possible in the dashboard. And let me focus now on what? If you're alone and practicing, like Martin is in this replay, okay, this is interesting. Here's another question for all you in the chat. There's 16 people concurrently on the chat right now. Please like the video and subscribe if you haven't. Hit the bell icon again if you haven't done so. If you want to watch me stream, it's 3 times per week, usually Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So yeah, subscribe and hit that like button. So the question I want to ask the chat, it's still here, is when you're testing and you're alone on track, track opponents and class opponents do not make any sense. So I'm thinking, I want to be clever. Okay. So if you're alone on track, I'm going to do this. Oh shit, this might be actually pretty cool. Give me a sec. Just give me a sec. Hold on. 320. So let's go. Background. Black. Center. Seeing this? No opponents on track. This will only be visible if opponents... This is a new thing, brand new. Count. Get leaderboard car class opponents count. I don't care about that. Hey buddy, I don't. Property. Opponents. Not game specific. Computed. But if it's more than one, it should be false. Oh yeah. It's last. Okay. Don't get scared. Fine. And the class opponents, same thing. So now, check this out. I'll fix the little details. So now, let me know what you guys think. This thing over here, in a little window here. What do you guys think? If you're alone on track, because you already have, let's say, you already have these set up. So in iRacing, you want to have your track opponents and your class opponents. But if you're doing practice and there's no one else on track, track opponents and class opponents have zero meaning. So when I have it like this, so you go to track opponents, it says no opponents on track. Class opponents, no opponents on track. So it will just basically show you this blank screen. There's nothing to see here. And in fact, I want to take it even further. And hold on a second. I want to take it a bit further. And maybe try and disable everything behind. Maybe I can do that. And it also saves me doing, so this will save me work when there's no other, because the only time we don't have a class name is when you're alone on track. So this will save me, and the dashboard it'll save resources not going in and trying to figure out and changing layouts and stuff like that. So this is super simple. No opponents on track. You're going to this and it says there's no one here. Duh, there's no one here. There's no opponents on track. I like this. It's simple, yet effective. Now, I need to see. I mean, I gotta be realistic. I need to see if it works, if there's anyone else on track. It works, okay. Good. So now you can see track opponents, there's more than one person. And if I go to, let's say, this one, there's no opponents on track. Yes, it's delivering no opponents on track, we know that. If I move on, you're alone, you're alone. Oh, look at this. Oh, wait. That's odd. Behavior. Alright, it says no opponents on track over here. So this is the lone qualifying session. Oh, okay. Here's another edge case. So, Mark, since you seem to know your way around it, this is a replay of a lone qualifying session. Track opponents and class opponents. Again, if it's a lone qualifying session, it doesn't make sense to see any other track opponents, right? It's a lone qualifying session. So it says nothing, but as you can see, as I will move this ahead in time, now it shows me track opponents. Don't know why. Class opponents. Oh, there's more people here. So there are more people, which is good. It's good. It's the same session. It's just a different case at this point. Track opponents and class opponents. Good. Okay. I think I shall leave this. Okay. Noel, you mean this? This thing here? And don't look at the track, there's something wrong with this track in SimHub. And you can change this to be animated in the settings. So this is a fairly large map, and you change it to animated, this will move around. So maybe this is what you want. Hey Daniel, how you doing? I can't stop. Hope everyone's having fun. Looking forward to watching when it's pit limit or rework time. Ha 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 ha. Sure. We'll see when that time comes. Pit limiter. Oh my god. Ah. Yeah, this isn't helping though. Looking at what you sent, Jeff, it's not helping because this doesn't tell me what the API, what the game outputs, and what I should expect. It just gives me a list of cars. And there's a shit ton of list of cars here, so this is going to be fun. So the script, the code that I've written, will only affect what I tell it to. If I don't have a match, then it'll just spit out whatever class name it has. Even if it's long, if it's ugly, I don't care. So the idea is that we can match these. So if you guys have experience, specific experience with classes that appear differently, let me know and I will update it. Okay. I'm Speed Freak. I'm not being bummed out. Did I appear to be bummed out? Did I? Don't think so. I think this is good now. let's change game. Let's go to ACC. And let me go here. So this has multi-class. Track opponents and class opponents. I may go jump into a race. So here's something that I know I've been asked many times regarding the number, like the car ahead. So this has been fixed now. Martin, if you're still on the stream, just so you know, the class opponents now is not looking for the next class on track, which it did. So you might have been like P5, and ahead of you, you would have had P13 from your same class, and it would show it up, and you'd be P5, and it would show you P13 is ahead of you. I'm not doing that anymore. I rewrote the entire class opponent thing, and now it just looks for the next car ahead of you, basically. So if you're P13, it'll show you P12. If you're P5, it'll give you P4. So that's what it's doing right now. The problem is that it has a slight delay. Like, the information we're getting from SimHub is not super reactive. So I was testing it, and I will test it again today before I release. I was testing it, and like, if you're P13 and you overtake P12, it'll take maybe even up to 10 seconds to update that. So if you're okay with that, we'll need to deal with that. There's no delay on my end. There's zero delay on my end, but it does have that. So that is a problem. Yeah. All right. It does work. There have been conversations in Discord, instead of having, last lap and best lap for the guy ahead and behind, have lap diff, lap 3 average diff and stuff like that. I will get to that, but not yet. I need to, deliver these bug fixes and this new, because I'm considering the class opponents a bug fix. It wasn't working the way I wanted it to, so it's a bug. There wasn't actually a problem. It didn't have any errors, but I considered a bug fix, so I'm fixing that. The gap times, this is ACC. It's according to the game. You can see what it's showing here. They are different. I will tell you that. The gap times I'm trying to see, I'm using different methods now. They do have some difference. They're not exactly the same. I cannot do anything about that. Like, I cannot calculate it differently. It's what we get from SimHub. It's plain and simple. But they don't have... Yeah. It's what we get. Like, this is for ACC. The problem, and this will be a problem for everyone, is... Let me switch over to iRacing and look at your original... This thing over here. This is a problem. Okay, I can't zoom anymore, but what I can do is, just so you can see... Oh, why is it... Right. So you can see class opponents now. It literally, you're P6 in the middle, and you have P5 and P7 behind you. You have their names, you have your distances. The guy behind you is 442 seconds behind you. It should... Okay. I need your attention now. I need to deliver this in a way that it'll be clear, and I need to understand the problem as well. Guy ahead is 63.7 seconds ahead of me, 2,247 meters ahead of me on track. He is the next guy in my class that he is the person that I'm fighting, I'm battling for his position. The guy behind me, P7, is 442 seconds behind me, which means he's laps behind me. I don't know how many laps, but he's like 2, 3, 4 laps behind me. But distance is only 1,415. It's less than the guy that's ahead of me. So what's happening is, the distance is not accounting for the laps. It's literally just saying, you're here, he's there. He might be 3 laps behind you, but this is the distance that I'm counting. How do you guys feel about that? How do you feel about that? Is it okay, or is it like I could attempt to find out how many laps, but then there would be a lot of calculations for that, and probably gonna have some mistakes as well. Is this something that is acceptable in your books? John McDonald, I would, but the truth is the time is not reliable, but it has big deviations from the actual time that's delivered in the game. So what I've seen is the distance is something that it's undeniable. It's a fact, the distance. Time is related to speed, related to what part of the track you're on. So the gap can change. And also speed, I think, what's it called? The speed dilutes the time. So if you're going faster, 10 seconds apart is the same as if you're going slow and it's 5 seconds apart. It basically dilutes as the faster you're going. So time is not always a fact as you're looking at it. And the dashboard, which is reliant on SimHub information, doesn't always deliver the same exact numbers as the game. We don't have that information. So adding the physical distance gives you that. So if someone's behind you and it says he's 0.3 seconds behind you, but you can barely see him in a mirror, obviously it's been delayed. Obviously it's not right. But you can see he's 500 meters behind you. Then again, he might be 5 meters behind you, and the dash might say 1 second. Again, that's wrong. Having the actual distance gives you a fact you can rely on compared to the gaps. The problem is, John, that time, but this is the main complaint of everyone. Like, it's a #1 complaint. The time is not consistent. It's not reliable in SimHub. And I'm just using, you know, like, what do I have here? Yeah. I'm just formatting this gap to player thing. Let me delete these. They're just experimentations. Oh yeah, Martin, yeah, okay. But you understand what I'm saying, though. That the distance is something you can rely on. So you can say he's 3 meters behind me. And the time might be larger or smaller. But we're on the same page. I might not be, you know, clear thoughts, but you understand what I'm saying. That's why I put the actual physical distance along with the time gap. Do you guys think it's useful or not? And let's go back to the original question. What about this case over here? Where the guy is behind, he's laps behind me, but the physical distance just shows the physical distance. Not useful, okay. So I should remove it. I'm okay with that. But then the time, again, guys, it's the #1 complaint. Let me see. Let me just remove the behind times and the head times. All right. So now it's gone. I need to tweak the size and everything, but this is what's left. You guys are happy with this? In this version, and I'll also do it for the track opponents as well. I'll remove it and increase the size as well, just a tad bit. See, that is a great idea, and I'd love to do that. But here's the problem. There's a function. Let me switch over to coding. There is a function in SimHub called driver gap to class leader combined. There's a driver gap to leader combined and a driver relative gap to player combined. This is what we want. So driver relative gap to player combined. Relative gap. Return for the race position the driver's gap to the player. Laps or gap when available. So the driver, I'm the driver, and I'm the player, and the driver is my opponent. So given this, if I would say, let me grab this. Sorry, don't want to break anything right now. Given this here, and let's say track opponents, let's see number 7. I don't know where 7 is though, to be honest. This is class opponent 7. I don't know where he is right now. Plus 3 laps, so it is working. Interesting. Plus 33 seconds. Plus 79 seconds. What's this supposed to mean now? So Martin, the distance was just the relative distance on track. Yeah, I don't calculate it. But now I'm looking at something here, which is I need to figure something out. Hold on a second. All right, let me see something. What's my leaderboard position? I'm P10. Okay. So P9 on the leaderboard is my... Okay. Now I can see it. So P9, the guy ahead of me... Let me move this here. So this function tells me that the guy ahead of me in P9 is 63.67 ahead. As you can see, it's also on my dash. It's correct. In class, he's P5. Overall, P9. That's what I know. I'm P10, so this will return result 0, and the guy behind me on track is plus 33. Okay, this is where it gets complicated a bit. So P11 on the leaderboard is probably not my class. My class is way behind, so I need to implement this. Okay, let me try. Okay, guys, let's see what this thing will do. I am curious. So behind gap, ahead gap. Well, if we're not going to have the distance, then it doesn't really matter. So why is this doing this then? This is the problem I had. It's giving me 441. Why? Why is it 441? the opponent leaderboard, the guy behind me, is number 16. What? Oh, yeah. It's fine. So here's the problem. I'm P10, and in my class I'm P6, and P7 in my class is actually on the leaderboard P16 overall. But why isn't it returning for this driver, for P16, P19? Why isn't it returning laps? Maybe it's doing only the ahead laps? Oh, maybe this is a bug, maybe? You guys seeing this, right? Okay. So I'm P10, P6 in my class. Huh. Are you guys seeing this, like the results I'm getting? Ahead, it counts laps. So I'm currently on the leaderboard. I'm P6 in my class, but on the leaderboard I'm P10. So if you look at P9, it tells me that's 63.67. I'm getting that. And P8 is 1 lap ahead, and P7 is 3 laps ahead, and P1 is 6 laps ahead. But if I'm P10 and I go to P11, behind me, 33 laps. P12 is 79 seconds. Whatever. P13 is 198 seconds. P14 is 212. P15 is 328. And P16, which is the guy behind me in my class, is 441. That's why it's giving me this. So going forward, it shows me how many laps I had to the guys ahead, but behind me, it shows me seconds. John and Mark, you're agreeing to something, but I don't know what you're agreeing to. All I could do here is this. It won't show laps for the guy behind. It will show laps for the guy ahead. This also creates an issue. Oh, God. Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah, I'm asking things I didn't expect to get an answer to. Because I was looking at the stream, like, the moment I asked it, I'm like, okay, you guys can see it. Let me move it on this side. It's a bit easier for me to see these things, though. Because I have my screen in front of me, so I can't see, like, the middle part of my monitor is cut in almost half. So this is where we are right now. I only can get laps to the guys ahead, not to the guys behind. Is that normal? Does that make sense? Feels as if it doesn't make sense. All right, just send a question to Nicolas. Because it's either a bug or intentional. So I don't know what you guys think. Like, do you think this is intentional? I don't. I'd expect to see laps behind me as well. This is SimHub. It's not. It's not anything to do with iRacing. Oh God. Oh God. How do I deal with this now? How do I deal with this? How? And train of thought here. It's coming. I'm P10 and it's delivering null. Fine. P9, it's delivering a number. P8, it's delivering a string. I would too, but I want to actually finish this and create a release tonight. So this is probably like the only things that I'm trying to figure out at this point. Actually, the only things. So Martin, I think I'm not going to put in the laps yet, unfortunately. I'm not going to do it because, as you can see, there is a bug which I've raised with Nicolas. I'm going to leave it as seconds. I have a function in here that basically always tries to have, let me fix it on top as well. This one as well. So I have this function here that basically returns the number always with 3 digits. So it's like 2.66 seconds or 32.1 seconds or 442. If it's more than that, it should just deliver the number. But I'm not entirely sure. Let me see. Maybe there's, this is something that I wrote, which may not be absolutely correct. Let me see. All right, so you can see it's rounding it out. Okay, you can see it's 2.22. Now it's 21.22. Now it's 211. Okay, yeah, it's working. Perfect. So, you know, depending on what the number is, it will just deliver it. It won't like, it will always deliver a number. So for now, you will have this. I won't have laps. Can I convert this number to laps? Can I? I think I can. But I would need to have your best lap or his best lap. Would that work? Can I use that? Can I do those calculations on my own? Do you think? How would that work? I would need to have this behind gap. Let's humor this this whole thing. Okay, these are the same. So we have this. Oh, damn it, I can't see it. There. Now I can see it. Good. So now I have his best lap, which, to be honest, time span to seconds, because it makes it easier to manipulate time when it's just seconds. So now these seconds are 107. And I can say that driver gap to player, but this would work. So the gap is 442 seconds. If I divide that, oh wait, am I missing? Yeah. So would this make sense? Martin, You are as experienced as anyone in here. Actually, no. You are the most experienced person in the chat right now. Would this make sense? So I know it's 442 seconds, the guy behind me. And I know his best lap is, what was it? His best lap, his or her best lap is 107 seconds. If I go ahead and do something so stupid as dividing 442 with that lap time, I come up with 4.12. Would that be 4 laps behind? Yeah, there's a whole ton of edge cases, but yeah, this is basic stuff now. True. All right, I'm not gonna do this. I am not going to do this. I'm gonna leave it like this. It's what we get, and it's what we'll show. This thing should be working. What I need to do now before I even do anything else is just fix this LMP2, the size of the class. This, you know, you get car class, and this should resize. Sorry, wrong place. Get that. Go here, go here, go here, go here, go here. Include that and get this. So this basically, this function will just change the size of the font depending on the class name. So, you know, when it gets larger, it'll basically make the font smaller. So now, I don't know if you guys can see it, but LMP2 now fits ever so slightly in that box, where if you go to other classes, GT3 and LMP2, I need to fix them here, but it will be larger. So the larger the number, the smaller the size. So I'm taking into account 3 and 4. I'm going to change everything here. I'm going to make it, if it's over 4, actually, else will just be 13. So it's if it's 3, it's 17 pixels. If it's 4, like the LMP2, it's 15. But if it's anything else, it's just 13. And if it doesn't fit, it doesn't fit. Just trying to reduce the number of things and actions here. It's good. Let me head on over and do the same thing for here. Do. Good. Driver ahead, driver behind. So here you'll see the difference on this screen. GT3 will be bigger, LMP2 will be smaller. GT3, LMP, but it fits perfectly. The gaps are what they are, and I will remove from track opponents the distance. Good. Remove the distance, and what I want to do now, because I don't like the balance of the UI, what I want to do now is make this thing a bit bigger, I guess. 70 should look okay. Let me see it on my dash, what it looks like. Mein Gott. Was ist das? How does he get minus the guy ahead? Oh, what the hell? That is so freaking weird. $50. So, oh God. So this is the class opponents. Can't see laps yet. Wait. I think, I mean, I could remove it, but I like seeing it. It's a visual indication. Like when I'm looking at it, it's easier for me to say, you know, ahead and behind. So that's the only reason I'm using it. It's just an easy way to discriminate, I guess. To just by glancing at it, you know, if you just look one of the two numbers, you know which one it is. It's just an easy way to do that. And obviously I have to change this to minus, but small detail for whoever is actually developing this. Guys, hold on a second. I think I have an idea for something that might be good. Hold on. Number. Okay, so the number is something we're not going to be using at all. Horizontal line right. This is the driver number. We don't care about this driver number now. We removed it so we have more space. But do I have this? think this will work? Okay. What does this look like to you? Let me try and get it into the class opponents as well. So what do you guys think about this? I don't know if you paid attention. Next to the name, we have his lap. How many laps completed? This is track. These are track opponents, so it may not be very relative. So I want to put them on the class opponents and see what it looks like. This is a bit harder because I need to get a bit more information. I need to rewrite everything here. Just is completely wrong. Driver ahead and a driver behind. A driver behind. I need to rewrite everything. I am not going to release it with this shitty code in it. I need to rewrite. I need to make these things let, not vars. There's work to be done. Damn it. Let me see this. Just let's see what it looks like. So let me see one more last thing. This will probably be maybe stupid or not, I don't know. I'm just testing this right now. So now it reports, don't disregard the colors, they'll change those. It reports that it doesn't make sense. Does not make sense. That's what I'm afraid of. This makes 0 sense right now. So why is this? Why is it like this? Oh, wait. Current lap, is that what I'm getting? Yeah, it is. That's wrong. Makes sense, it's wrong, but why did I have that? Yeah. No. What am I doing wrong here? What am I doing wrong? Driver ahead. Getting his name. I'm using this. So for his class, I'm getting that. Okay. Driver ahead. Driver behind, for his name, I'm using this. And for the laps, put that there. Why is it wrong? It's actually right. No, that's actually right. Does this look good for you guys? So it's not absolute values. Actually, sorry, these are absolute values. Yeah, I mean, what do you guys think about this? And by using this, I can actually like say if it's +1 lap, but it might not be +1 lap. I can actually do that math and say, 265. The guy ahead in P5 in my class has done 265 laps. These are completed laps. No, sorry. This is current lap. What time is it? All right. Let me see if I can get... Sorry, I need to send something to Nicola. I'm going to send him the telemetry. Alright, so we can have this. I'll fix the UI just a bit. So what I would do now is move this to the center again. Move the laps all the way to the left. Actually, what is it? Left is 267. Good. And now this width, yeah, let me just redesign this just a tad bit. You guys good with this? I mean, I can actually deduct these things. I can actually, I'm more than happy to be honest, and say this is 1 lap ahead or 2 laps ahead. Have it like that. This way you need to do math, to be honest. You need to do math here. What I can do is come here What are you thinking about these numbers here? Okay. Sorry, I've been quiet. I'm thinking. So what we have now is it's different. It might be what we were looking for all along. I want to do a test here though. So, what do we have? Class opponents. I'm P6. I'm 264 laps. So this is why this is important. John, you asked, do you need to display your current lap when it's already displayed in a widget above next to time? It says lap 1. You know why? This is actually really smart. Do you know why it says lap 1? Because Martin here, who shared this replay, is in the pits. His teammate is driving. And when your teammate is driving, you do not have all the information by default. So this now delivers the correct lap times for the car here. It also shows that P5 is +1 lap, 67.9. This actually this difference tells you that the driver ahead has crossed the line, has gone into the next lap, but your difference is 67 seconds. So it's not as if he's 1 lap ahead. Whereas the guy behind you is 4 laps behind you. If I run the replay, this will probably go to 0 lap. If we cross, I don't know where we are exactly. Let's see. Let me turn on this. I can see the map where I am. Actually, it won't show me. It shows that if I'm in the pits, it won't show me. Let's see. Will this become 0? When my lap goes to 265. Is this the last turn, I think? No. So I know the guy ahead is 66 seconds and it's kind of dropping, increasing, dropping, whatever. But he's already crossed the line. So when I cross the line and go to 265, will it show 0 lap ahead? Where is the start finish line? Damn it. Is this it? I think it's it. This is it. I'm looking at the replay. So this is what we're looking at. If this goes 265, once we cross the line, 0 laps. Perfect. What do you guys think about that? Isn't this like the most useful thing right now? So in the class opponents, you get to see your track, your classes, your lap, the car lap. I wonder why I'm not using that up here, to be honest. But anyway, I won't digress. I also want to do this. Laps. This is I'm happy with this. I is happy. And what we've done is if you're racing alone on track, it'll just say no opponents on track. Classy. Give me opponents on track, and you get this. I need to do the same thing. question. Question, do we want to have the laps on the track opponents? So this, it might be your class, it might not be. Do we want to have it on the relative, like the guy ahead, how many laps ahead of you? Do we want to have this? I don't think we should have them on the track opponents, just on the class opponents, because this is what you're racing against. If it's a single class, this is still, again, the most important thing. Like, this is your next opponent you're chasing, whereas even if it's a single class, this will show you back markers in everyone. Just in my class. It'll make my life easier, to be honest, as well. So I don't think we need it in these. Let's just look at, let's see what it looks like. So let's move it to the large one. Okay, so now on track opponents, these are relative on track. So the car immediately ahead of me on track is GTP class number 18, O Coveney. And he's minus 1,142 seconds ahead of me. He's gone. But when I'm in an endurance race and a multi-class race, I don't care about this screen. I care about this one. This one tells me that P5 is 1 lap ahead, which isn't exactly 1 lap. And let's see this again here. So it says he's 1 lap ahead. I'm at 264. And the guy behind me is minus 4. The moment I cross the line and go into the 264, this will become 0, and this will become minus 5. Because now I'm in the 265th lap. There it is. 0 and 5. Does this work great or not? Are you guys good with this? Like, does this work for you? I think this is good now. Perfect. All right, I'm going to do a race right now. Just going to go around in a multi-class AI thing just to test a few things here. Test these two screens, basically. And I'm going to call it a night. I won't be able to release tonight. I was hoping to release tonight this bug fix, but I won't. It's just too late. Also, guys, please, if you have any other ideas regarding these things here. So, IMSA 23 is GT3 class. Delara P217 is the LMP2 class. If you guys have raced, Martin, Mark, you guys are iRacing. John, I don't remember if you're iRacing or not. If you guys are iRacing, or what is it, R Factor or LMU, Le Mans Ultimate, let me know if there are other chases, cars that need to be fitted into some class that I don't have. Okay, DM me on Discord or just put it in the general, I don't know, and put it in the feature. I will add them here. These scripts, for better or for worse, ship with the dashboard. So if we come up with them afterwards, I need to make a new release. These are not something I can do somewhere else. Porsche Cup 992, but what? Yeah, but see, the thing is, and here's my problem. You can tell me, Martin, that Porsche Cup 992 might be the issue, but I need the string that iRacing produces, and I need that string to match it to another class. So even if you tell me, if I put in Porsche Cup 992 and Cup is all caps, it won't do it. I need to have the exact string that iRacing produces and the whatever class it would be. So maybe a replay. A replay will help me. If you guys can do that, let's say I release on Friday. It's Wednesday. In some parts of the world, it's still early. In other parts, like, you know, Martin and I, for sure, it's fairly late. But can you guys go through any of your replays or any other stuff that you have for iRacing, for LMU, for R Factor, and just give me this? Like, look at these things and tell me that this is the string that it outputs. you can find the string inside of the properties in SimHub, the class name, and give me this information. I'll just add it here. Because I mean, I honestly I can't go through everything. I need your help on this. And we'll target a release for this Friday. And there are a lot of fixes, to be honest. There's a lot of stuff that had been fixed, like the left and right MFMs. Martin, you also had the issue where you would set it and it wouldn't scroll, or it'll always show time and sectors. Those are all fixed. Those have been fixed. All right, I'm going to pull up ACC and just do a really quick. Thanks, guys. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Either DM me or just put it in a feature suggestion in the Discord. Whatever you guys feel is easier. All right, let me just do a really quick race. I want to get my daily dose. I haven't done any racing. Like when I do these on Wednesday, I really miss racing. And I really miss this wheel. Oh God, I'm in love with this steering wheel. Let's turn it on. Turn on the flags as well. I am seeing something that I don't like, which is a drop in frames. When I start up the other two dashes, the flags, I saw some errors regarding NCalc, and I'm pretty sure it's the flags, because the flags is something I've done like ages ago, and I just moved it into this dashboard without even checking, so I will do that. And the map is something also that's taking a bit time. So, Martin, have you seen the additions, the Artura specific additions to the dashboard? Of course, it's not fine-tuned. It is not fine-tuned. Actually, I deleted them. Oh, I can't show it to you now. I thought that might have been a problem. Anyway, if you look at my stream last night, I have it there. I think this is multi-class. Oh, okay, good, you saw them. So yeah, I mean, it won't work now because I deleted the entire screen because I thought it might be a problem, but I have it saved somewhere else. I'll just drop it in. Alright, this is a multi-class race. I'm starting P15 behind 2 GT4s and the rest are GT3s, which is good. I'll load an LFM. I won't do the entire race. I'll just sit back and see how this thing works. So what I want to do here, the only thing I want to do is I want to have on, let me change cameras, wide. Good. So the only thing I have is on the right hand side I have my class opponents, on the left hand side, and Martin, you can pay attention to this. You can pay attention to this one. Let me know what you think. I mean, it's for everyone obviously, but Martin has been very when he did the Sebring 12-hour, it was his main concern that the class opponents didn't show his actual class opponents. It would just show him cars on track in the same class, which is completely different to what my intention was as well. It's just that I didn't understand exactly the data. I didn't have the replays. I didn't have enough. So now I think it's better. So on the left-hand side, we have our track opponents, which literally shows us everyone that's on track, front and behind. That's it. Whereas the one on the right will show us in our class the guy ahead of us. So right now I'm starting last in my class. I will actually drop down a bit in the beginning. I'll let a few more GT4s cross me, overtake me, and then I'll start overtaking the GT4s. Let's do this. Also, don't pay attention to the tower. The tower is completely off. It's got wrong, completely wrong data. The data in the data in the tower is wrong. This is just a multi-class AI race. It's nothing... So I want to get overtaken by a few more GT4s, just so you can see what's happening on the left and on the right. So the right-hand side hasn't changed, obviously. It's the same. Let me start overtaking cars now. So the left-hand side shows me 14 and 16 behind me, GT4 again. Let me get over to my GT3 folk. Alright, so this is good. As you can see, now I got ahead of me at P12. Okay, it's working good now. I wasn't paying attention to that. Doesn't matter. Yeah, sorry for that. I want to restart the race. Okay. So I have a problem with my audio, which is really annoying at this point. Okay. It was annoying. I don't know if you guys can see me trying to fix it. Let me just do it. I'll do the same thing again. So it seems to be working fairly good. I just want to see what's happening with this bit here. Okay. Lowered the volume. It's really late here and I can't be shouting, and it was making me shout and it was distracting. Alright, this time. So the thing I know for sure is that this display, the class opponents, has a delay. So now, in this version, in my experiment, I'm going to go straight directly to overtaking GT3 cars and see what happens then. Because GT4s, we already saw these things are working, and when I have a GT3, it showed GT3 here with the colors and everything. So I'm happy with this. Alright, let's go fight some GT3. This is what you need to pay attention on here on the right hand side. Okay? Now that I overtake, it does change. You can see it shows my name, but it doesn't show the exact position. It's wrong. So you can see it shows my name. So let's wait. It's going to take some time before it updates, but it will update. It should show me a car behind me now. It takes like 10 seconds or something, which is odd. I don't know why. I don't have any delay on it. I've checked. There it is, it fixed it. But now, see, whenever this happens... Oh shit, you didn't have to do that. it's not immediate. I can see that there's a problem. And it's not a problem for the guy behind me. Just like I'm P11 now. Alright. I don't know why it has this delay. Okay. It might be. The wheel is better than anything else in the world. It's better than chocolate. I said it. John, the delay is caused by tracks. Maybe these values are being updated at sectors. Let's restart and check it out. Let's restart and check it out. Because it's only happening on the right, you know, the right hand MFM. I'm actually kind of tired right now. So please excuse me. Let's just do this. Mark, if you actually feel like buying this steering wheel, I do have a link in the description with a really lovely code you can use if you ever decide to purchase it, or even a dashboard. I have I unboxed the Ascher Racing dashboard yesterday, but I'm also going to release it as a separate video as well. The dashboard itself, I didn't have measurements, but it's 18 millimeters thick. It's very, very thin, which is kind of like, wow. Alright, let's try and overtake a few GT3s. It hasn't been released yet. But I think if Martin is still in the chat, maybe he can let us know if there's going to be a pre-order phase. I think there will be. I don't know any dates or anything, and I don't even know when it will be released. But if and when it is released, you know how you can purchase it. Don't hit me, don't hit me. Come on, man. I'm actually trying to see the sectors. On P11, it hasn't updated on the right hand side at all right now. Crossing the sector just in a moment. Now, yes. Damn it, Mark, you are absolutely brilliantly awesome and smart. So it only updates it when you cross a sector. Oh, that is awesome news, because I was like, when does this thing happen? Okay. Sorry for killing all the AI here. It's not intentional. But now, crossing the line. Updates. That's perfect. So now we know when it happens. I'm reading chat as well. Yes. It is a thing. It's coming from SimHub, so it's not something I'm doing. But it's interesting the fact that it does do it, and we know it now, right? Yeah, you can have my lick. It's fine. I have my opponents at 100% AI and 100% aggression because I'm crazy. So I can't catch up really easy. But yeah, I think it's working pretty good now. We know what's happening, to be honest. That's the problem. I love this track so much. Stop hitting me. Poor driver. So it's updating. This is odd behavior though. I'm gonna also take a look at the replay of this, because it seems like as if it's trying to update but it can't. So now, see, yeah, partially updated. Not the entire thing, though. So now it's going to go 9, 10, and 11, right? 8, 9, 10, okay. Alright, it's weird. Shit. Damn it, AI? What up, dude? Okay. At least we know what's happening. I'm just gonna look at the replay again. Not now. Tomorrow. This AI is overly aggressive, dude. You have no right. You violated my personal area. My personal space. You have no right to do that. Stop on track. Alright, we know what's happening. Odd behavior, but we know what's happening. Good. Hey Dan, what you doing? Alright, this has been fixed as well. Good. It is 12 midnight here. I'm shutting down. I will continue. I need to clean up the code. The code that I have. I need to clean it up just a tad bit. And targeting Friday release of this bug fix. It's all I can do. It's Wednesday, Thursday. It took time to fix it and figure it out, but I think we got it. I think we nailed it. And in the meantime, you guys can send me over class and chases. What do they call it? combinations, I'll add them to the data. All right. Update. Moi memberships. Good. I'm actually tired. All right, what do I need to do now? All right, so let me just move over to my supporters and thank each and every one of you. This stream today was a bit, I think it was very productive because we had everyone, like a lot of stakeholders, and it helped a lot. It helped a lot. And now we have the class opponents, I think, tweaked to a point where they're actually, it's super useful now. We have the information that we want and we require. I think we're in a really good place right now with everything that we've done tonight. The goal is to clean up a lot of the code that I've written so far. And Martin, thanks for the messages. I'll take a look at them, Martin, when I'm off stream, and try and release something on Friday. Till then, I'll be running Donington tomorrow, so if you guys want to join stream, please do. It'll be fun, trust me. And till then, I also want to thank my gold lovely members: Anthony Hall, Augustine Martin, John Hart, Cody Flowers, Corey Wise, Dan Westerman, Daniel Newman, David Beam, Enrique Castillo Bachero, Brian Spiracus, Graham Bapti Wright, Jeff King, Iñaki Duranona, Jason Rivera, Jared Davis, Stefan Malfier, Chris Rollins, Marianne Christel, Michael Pagliaro, Brad Jackson, Robert Robles, Rito Brulman, Sean Reed, Simon Tunin, Thiago Silva, Tobias Hoff, Martin, William, Josh Fulton, Mark Worthington, and Mark Gale. Thank you very much. And for those of you who joined in the stream tonight, thank you even more. I really, really appreciate it. And I really appreciate all the support and all the members that joined tonight as well. And yeah, I wish you all a good night, good evening, good morning, depending on wherever you are. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great one, and bye.